Fine. Just gonna have to do it this way, I guess. I hate vertical videos. Alright, that'll work. Let's do it this way. That'll work. Alright. Okay, team one. Let's see what you guys did. So, alright, y'all. So, y'all can weigh in and say like, well, is this too much that a TOEFL student would need? Is this maybe not enough or something? So here we go. Here's the first question. Speaking question number one. Well, actually, let's do this first. Let's congratulate this team for their hard work that they did yesterday and. Ooh, awkward, huh? Okay. Look at them. They worked so hard on this team. Yeah. So that's what we're about to notice. What these folks did. Let's see what came up. So right.
Confirm whether you agree or disagree with the following statement. Modern technology has made our lives easier. Use details and examples in your response.
Okay, so speaking question number two, let's see. University administrator. I'm talking to you. I might talk about somebody from the team read it out loud. Go ahead, Belmont. You can read it out loud. Food service change. You can read it out loud. Yeah. You just read it out loud. Yeah. So I don't feel like talking.
Food service change. University administrators have proposed a major change in the campus food services to enhance the overall dining experience for students. The plan involves transitioning the traditional cafeteria style dining to modern food court concept.
Okay, cool. I'll help you with this word a little bit. Everybody say dining. Dining. A long I sound. Dine. I know it's weird because I do have a word, and it is dinner. Right, dinner. That's a double consonant, so that makes it a short sound. Anyway, there's one I, so it's a diner. A diner is a restaurant. It's a type of restaurant. So, to dine means to eat. That'd be fine.
Should I keep?
Yeah.
Under the proposed change, various food vendors will set up stations offering a diverse range of cuisines.
No problem. Cuisine. Yeah.
From around the world. Administrators expect this upgrade to bring two key benefits. First, it will cater to the diverse tastes and preferences of students, allowing them to enjoy a wider selection of meals. Second, the new setup is anticipated to reduce wait times during peak hours, ensuring that students have more time to relax and socialize during their breaks.
Awesome, cool. Sentence that talks about the change that the students are going to be talking about. What sentence communicates the change, the big C? Yeah. You got it? Right? Let's get it. Yeah, that's the cafeteria style. From traditional cafeteria style to modern food concept. Yeah. So the student could just, say that. And I noticed there's a few words like, cuisine. There's other words I could use if I had to use that in an answer. Cuisine is a type of food or something. Category of food. Okay. Now, good length. It's not too long. I don't think students could read that in 45 seconds. 2 clear reasons, right? Yeah. Yes. All right.
Hey, did you hear about the new campus food upgrade?
Yeah, I did. And honestly, I don't think it's such a good idea.
Really? Can you tell me more about your concerns?
Of course. I'm really worried about the quality of the food. With multiple vendors, it might be hard to maintain consistent quality.
And what specific issues are you thinking about?
Well, I prefer the current system where we have one kitchen producing everything. It feels safer in terms of hygiene and overall quality.
So you have reservations here?
Yeah, exactly. And what if the new setup causes even longer wait times during peak hours? It could make lunch breaks very stressful.
That's a valid point.
I just think the current system is more efficient. It's familiar and predictable.
I appreciate your insights. It's clear you have reservations about the proposed changes.
That's good. His only role is to say, yes, I agree. Yes, I agree. I guess y'all left the door open because I can hear the traffic, but you're inside. No, I'm just teasing a little bit. Pretty clear reasons why. You know what she wants, right? Two reasons and good variety of vocabulary and peak hours, right? Two clear reasons, right? Okay. So.
The woman expresses her opinion about the university's proposed campus food upgrade. State her opinion and explain the reason she gives for holding it.
Hey, did you hear about the new campus food upgrade?
Yeah, I did. And honestly, I don't think it's such a good idea.
Really? Can you tell me more about your concerns?
The woman expresses her opinion about the university.
That's okay. Yeah, your concerns. It sounded like you're saying customers, right? Concerns. Second stuff. Anyway, let it go. It's one word. All right. So that's done. Good length. It's not too long, I don't think. Here, let's get somebody reading that. You want to try, Miss Gabby? I'll let you. Wait, you're not in that team. I'll let you read it. Yeah.
Okay. Cognitive dissonance. Cognitive dissonance is a theory in psychology that explains the mental conflict that occurs when someone's beliefs or assumptions are contradicted by new information. It is a term for mental anguish that comes from having two opposing beliefs, ideals, or attitudes. People want their beliefs and perceptions to be consistent. Therefore, this contradiction may make them feel uneasy. The inconsistency between what people believe and how they act encourage them to take steps that will alleviate this discomfort. This discomfort.
Discomfort. Yeah.
Discomfort. Okay, I was down myself.
It does kind of like saying discomfort versus discomfort. Oh yeah, but what would be? That's very similar. If I were to say, oh yeah, to alleviate discomfort. Oh, I'm sorry. There's already a this.
This is comfort. People who experience cognitive dissonance try to relieve this tension in a variety of ways, including rejecting, explaining away, or ignoring new information.
Beautifully pronounced there too, by the way. Cool. Got a lot of a new expression. Some people don't know what dissonance is. Yeah, that's a tough one. It's a musical term. It's the opposite of harmony. It's like yeah, that's where it comes from. Yeah, two notes that come together and it goes it sounds terrible. That's dissonance. Versus harmony, it works together. Right? Cognitive. So anyway, very clear definition at the beginning. I think that's pretty manageable. All right, let's listen to the lecture. Hear examples.
Let's say you have a dog that you take for daily walks around your neighborhood. And like any responsible dog owner, you carry a plastic bag so you can, clean up after your dog. Now one day, you're halfway into your walk when you realize you forgot your bag at home. And your dog chooses that exact moment to, do his business on the edge of a neighbor's lawn. You take a quick look around, you don't see anyone, and you and your dog quickly walk away. Back at home, you begin to feel guilty. You know it's not right to leave your dog's mess uncollected. What if someone steps in it? What if it ruins your neighbor's lawn? But it's just the one time you tell yourself, you didn't have a bag, you won't forget next time. Besides, it's not like you're the only one who does it. You're sure other dog owners do the same thing. You've seen the evidence. If other people don't pick up after their dogs, why should you have to? This type of reasoning helps you justify the discomfort you're feeling. You rationalize a mistake or remark or something you did that was out of character. But sometimes this dissonance can actually help establish positive behaviors or changes that our personality or previous habits would otherwise inhibit us from making. For instance, if you're someone who really doesn't like lifting weights, you may talk yourself into going for a walk instead of going to the gym. This way, you convince yourself that walking is just as good as going to the gym. And you might even be right.
Okay, nice.
God,
Very
such good intonation.
You know, and also
Yeah.
that was also, yes, I think that was a good length. It was about 2 minutes. I think it's pretty manageable. And if a student had to read that and then listen to that, I think that'd be pretty manageable. And you did what a lot of professors do is try to relate some abstract, difficult concept to something more relatable. We all have dogs, we've gone to the gym. Yeah, I can see that. You professor. Yeah, I can see that. You make that up. You did that. Or did you read that from a script or something? It's like,
Audrey.
No, I read it from the script,
But the
he
delivery
made
was-
it so good delivery. The
Yeah.
rhythm, the intonation, the proper words. It was really,
I agree, yeah.
pretty easy to follow.
Right, it didn't sound like you were reading. I thought,
Process it.
yeah, it sounded like a
Yeah, telling story.
occasionally you stress a different word than I would, but other than that, I think that was. I was if I'm a student and I had to listen to that. I got 2 specific examples. I think, right? You're a dog owner, and it illustrates to illustrate the discomfort you feel. And then you said there's also an advantage, and so that gives me the total students chance to know the purpose of mentioning lifting weights and instead of going on a walk is to illustrate an advantage to that cognitive distance. All right, good job. All right.
Using the points and examples given in the lecture, explain the concept of cognitive dissonance.
Prompts, that's what you're supposed to do. Strong one there, y'all. Pretty clear.
Today, we're going to talk about social conformity and its impact on human behaviors. Social conformity.
Oh, all right. I don't know. It's doing it earlier. I'll do it again. Yeah, maybe it's all.
Today, we're going to talk about social conformity and its impact on human behaviors. Social conformity refers to the tendency of individuals to adjust their beliefs, attitudes, and behaviors to align with those of a larger group. It is a common phenomenon that occurs in various social contexts and can have significant implications on an individual's decision making. First, let's discuss the concept of informational social conformity. This occurs when individuals conform to a group's beliefs or behaviors because they believe the group possesses more accurate information or knowledge. In situations of uncertainty, people often look to others for guidance and follow their actions to make informed choices. An example of this can be seen in an emergency situations, where individuals tend to follow the actions of others to respond appropriately. Okay, so next we have normative social conformity. Now, this form of conformity arises from the desire to be accepted and avoid rejection or disapproval from the group. People may conform to social norms and behaviors even if they personally disagree with them, simply to fit and be part of the social group. For instance, in a study, participants were more likely to give incorrect answers in a group setting even when they knew the correct response purely to avoid standing out. Understanding the different types of social conformity means informational social conformity and normative social conformity is a very good way to understand social influence and how this shapes human behavior and decision making.
Yeah, exactly. You both had really excellent delivery. These are challenging concepts. Have you never heard it before? Yeah, I think without being an expert in either one of these, that sounded right. Normative, informal. If I'm taking notes, it follows the script, and you have very effective use of pauses. Okay, now let's go here. The first kind, that was helpful. That was really useful. Your delivery was really very natural, and you know, yeah. So if I were, I could see that being used in a textbook. Ooh, that's challenging, but I think it's manageable in light of the fact that you, the delivery, organization was so strong. Well done. All right.
Based on the lecture, explain the two main types of social conformity. Provide examples to illustrate how each type influences individuals' behavior in social contexts.
Both lectures were about psychology. That's not good. That's good. Well done, team one. Good job there, people. All right. So, woo! That works. Okay. So here's the group. Oh, no group picture, but this team is that's okay. Brainer, Ruxar, Mr. Chung, and Veronica. Okay, so here we go. Let's see what you guys did. And I'm live streaming this, by the way, and I'll send you the video later if you want it. It's slideshow. Okay, here we go. All right, so imagine you're about to take the TOEFL test. Here we go. Okay. Some companies have rules that forbid employees from using personal cell phones during work hours. Do you think this is a good idea? Why or why not? Pretty straightforward. Not bad. Oppose it or don't oppose it? Nice. Okay. Do that. Okay. All right. You go ahead, Veronica. I'll let you read that. Yeah.
Okay. Campus Fitness Center to close. The Campus Fitness Center will permanently close at the end of this semester. This decision was made by the university administration in coordination with representative of the Students Association. Unfortunately, the building currently housing the center is very old and the university can no longer afford the cost of maintaining it or providing heat and air conditioning as required. Furthermore, the popularity of the center has declined since the university formed partnership with several private fitness centers in the city. These partnerships mean that all full and part-time students can access 5 privately owned gyms across the city at no cost.
Cool. Not bad. It's a good link. I can imagine it being around about that way. Ooh, the change right at the top, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's helpful. Cool. We have 2 pretty distinct reasons they're probably going to talk about.
Can access 5?
5
Oh, 5. So yeah, it's a series of adjectives. 5 privately owned gyms. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What does it mean?
Yeah. What do you think? What do you think?
The owners?
Okay. Well, the students can access gyms. What kind of gyms? Well, there's 5 of them. There's 5 gyms. See,
5 different gyms?
Correct.
5
Yeah.
different.
So in the sentence, it's like 3 different adjectives. 5 privately owned, and actually, you could have made a little hyphen there. Privately owned. I don't know. That's fine. Either way. But, yeah. Privately owned gyms. So actually, it's 2 adjectives, right? They're owned privately. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Good question. Yeah. Across the city at no cost. Basically, they're not owned by the university, right? All right. Let's see what we got here.
Hello, Rasa. What do you think about the announcement?
Hi, Kong. To be honest, I'm completely opposed to the plan.
Really? Why?
Because shutting down the fitness center isn't really going to save much money. I mean, sure, the building is really old, but even if it isn't used on a regular basis, the school still has to maintain it. They have to make sure it is safe and it doesn't become a fire risk or something like that.
I didn't think about that.
Right. And even tearing the building down will be expensive because of all the construction workers they'll have to hire. Plus, once it's gone, we are going to need to replace it with something new. So we shouldn't shut down the gym just to save money.
You make a good point.
And it is not like all the students can easily use the gyms in the city. The closest one is a 30-minute drive from school. How are people who live on campus supposed to reach them if they don't have their own car?
I took a taxi to one of the gym and it costs nearly $20. I can afford to pay that much money every time I want to exercise.
Exactly. And even if you can afford to pay for a taxi, it'll be really challenging to get one if you want to exercise late at night. I don't think that was really considered when the decision to close the fitness center was made.
Yeah. So, right, the very natural delivery is what I'm starting. That's good. Yeah. And usually it's one person saying, "Yeah, I haven't considered that." And you over there.
Exactly. I love that part.
You're usually opposed.
Hello,
to
Rasa.
that idea, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the woman expresses her opinion. Yes. State her opinion. The reason she gives. Two distinct reasons, right? Yeah. They're still gonna have to maintain the old building. It's far away, and chose anecdote further illustrated that. Okay. All right. Speaking question number 3. Social impact framing. All right. Tell you what. Who else is in your team? Oh, Brainer. I'll let you read it out loud. Go ahead.
Social impact framing is the communication approach employed by companies to influence public perception and enhance their corporate image. This technique involves carefully managing the public perception of their activities by emphasizing the positive social contributions while reducing potential criticism. Companies use language, visuals, and storytelling to position themselves as champions of social causes and align their brand with values that resonate with consumers. By employing social impact framing, businesses seek to build trust, enhance brand loyalty, and attract consumers that care deeply about social issues.
What kind of class do you suppose that's for?
I think maybe marketing or
That's what I was thinking too. Exactly. Probably marketing.
business or economy.
Maybe economics, right? Sure. It seemed that this is already kind of challenging because they're already using several jargon that's specific vocabulary for that sort of thing. Okay.
No, it's anthropology because I think it's more anthropology because talking about the positive social contribution and potential, I don't know, or psychology.
No, but it's the companies, the techniques that companies use to sell or something like that.
Good guess. Yeah, I think because it's specifically about selling a brand image about that. Okay, cool. Let's listen to the lecture there. Professor.
Okay, so let's talk a bit more about the word of social impact framing, a communication strategy used by companies to shape public perception and bolster their corporate image. I want to mention a couple of potential examples. First up, imagine a global fashion company that is introducing a new line of clothes. To attract customers that care about the environment, they might use social impact framing to emphasize how committed they are to environmentally friendly practice. So instead of using advertisement to just show off their amazing new designs, they'll also use them to emphasize their commitment to using recycled materials when manufacturing products. Their ads could repeatedly use phrases like eco-friendly materials and green fashion. They might even include image of their recycled facilities. In this way, the company will both improve its own image and increase sales among consumers who prioritize ethical choices. Next up, consider a technology company that is launching a new cell phone app that teach kids to read. And now the main goal to the company is to make money selling the product to parents. But they might use social impact framing to highlight how much their application can help low-income families. Their marketing campaign could include teaching stories of kids whose lives were transformed after they used application. Maybe they could, show videos of the kids holding up their report cards with proud smile. By sharing stories like this, the company could not only improve its brand image and sell more copies of the app, but also establish a strong connection with people who care deeply about increasing access to education.
Cool, nice, well organized, and it's actually report cards. Two distinct examples. And actually, that's that's the good thing about illustrations. This seemed, if I were a student, I would read that. It's like, man, this seems a bit abstract, a little bit hard to. These examples help to make it much more clear. So pretty advanced vocabulary. Two reasons. It's challenging, but I can see that being very manageable. All right. Okay. Explain the concept of social impact framing using the examples in the lecture. Beautiful. Right. That's what it's supposed to do. All right. Last one here is just a summary.
Aging trees is a crucial aspect of understanding the health and longevity of forests. This task is particularly important for environmental scientists who use tree age data to better understand the impact of climate change on forests. The study of tree ages can also help botanists understand the growth rates of different species of trees and their response to different environmental conditions. Moreover, lumber companies rely on accurate tree age data to ensure sustainable harvesting practices and preserve forests for future generations. There are two main ways we can estimate the age of trees. Counting tree rings is the most common and accurate way of determining the age of a tree. It is not always practical. Invasive methods like cutting down trees to count the rings can harm the environment and impact wildlife habitats. It is also not feasible to cut down trees in urban areas, parks, or protected forest areas. Therefore, non-invasive methods have been developed to estimate the age of trees without causing harm. These methods not only preserve trees, but also allow researchers to collect data from forests in a more efficient and eco-friendly way. The non-invasive method for determining tree age by measuring the tree's circumference is also more cost-effective and time-efficient than invasive methods. In addition, this method can be used to determine the age of large and mature trees that have stopped growing vertically, which makes counting tree rings impossible. It can also be used to estimate the age of trees that are not native to a particular area, making it a useful tool for conservationists.
All right, cool. I was able to follow the subtopic 1, subtopic 2, mostly because the background noise changed very There's only 3 recordings that stitched together. That works. No, but that was good. Transitional phrases, you're counting tree rings, circumference. I think you maybe stressed a different syllable than I did. Yeah, measuring the circumference. How do you say it in Portuguese?
Circunferência.
Oh, okay, maybe just a different syllable. Yeah, I said the second syllable. Circumference. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, that's very good. Because you explain why that's important. Because it's one that stopped growing. So there may not be more tree rings. All right, good. I've never heard before, but well organized. I can that's well within 2 minutes, so I can see myself. Yeah. All right. Using points and examples in the lecture, explain why tree age estimation is crucial. Okay. And I think at the beginning you said it's important for economic reasons. All right. Cool. Nice. Thank you. All right. There's the team. Brainer, Rutger, Trung, and Veronica. Woo! Yay! Good job. All right. Thanks for hanging in there. You guys are so magnanimous. All right. So we're gonna clap twice. Once at the beginning, once at the end. All right. So here's the team. Anna, Gift, Tabassum, and Gabby. All right. So yeah, let's give them a preemptive clap. All right. Yeah. Woo! Team 3. All right. Let's see what you guys came up with. All right. So let's imagine you were taking the TOEFL. All right. Comes up here. If you were, oh, look at this. Yeah, conditional hypothetical grammar. If you were given the opportunity to learn a new skill, cooking or dancing, which would you learn? Explain your choice. I like this because they said, I think initially you guys said like, if you had opportunity to learn like any skill, which would you choose? And then you changed it to make 2 specific things. Sure, why not? What do you guys think? Cooking or dancing?
Dancing.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I could pay someone to cook. I don't know. Everyone needs to eat. Not everybody needs to dance. Sure, why not? That's fine. Doesn't have to be about school. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Let's see. Tomas, I'll let you read it out loud.
Sculpting courses to be discontinued. University administrators announced yesterday that the sculpture program, a division of the article department, will terminate. The main reason is lack of student interest. The quoted one administration. Although the number of students has increased, fewer and fewer art majors are taking sculpture classes. Furthermore, the department's only sculpture professor is retiring this year. Given the art department's limited budget, the administrator explained, it just doesn't make sense to hire a new full-time professor to teach sculpture for only a handful of students.
Cool. Good link there and excellent delivery. Just great.
Handful.
Yeah. What's that?
What handful? What does mean?
Ah, okay, yeah. Very few.
Very few students, like
Right.
a small group of students.
Yes, that's a great. Yeah, that's a useful. A handful of students. Yeah, I guess it's like 5 or maybe more or less. Yeah, that's what they mean by handful. Yeah. But it's technical because I sometimes use that word too to be like something that's difficult to. My dog is a handful because he's. It's hard to manage. Your kids are also a handful. They're also, but it's also used for an amount, right? I have a handful of investments in cryptocurrency. Yeah, no, good question. All right, so good. Very clear change. 2 distinct reasons. Nice.
Now listen to two students discussing the article.
Everything all right?
Yeah, I'm just upset about that article I showed you this morning.
Why? What's the big deal?
Well, as an art major, I think it's a big loss for the department. The universities got it all wrong.
What do you mean?
Well, the low enrollment isn't because art majors don't want to take these classes. Problem is, who has time to take them when there are so many other requirements?
I don't understand.
See, the classes they're eliminating are all optional. The required courses are mostly painting and drawing, and they take up all our time. What we really need are different requirements. Then our majors could take a better variety of classes, all the things we're interested in.
That makes sense. But the thing about the professor.
Well, that's true, but still, they're being drastic. If money's the problem, they could hire a part time professor, or most of the professors in the department have secondary fields.
Really?
Yeah, at least a few painting teachers are also great sculptors. I'm sure one of them could teach a class.
Okay. Y'all didn't pick up on it. It's Anna and Anna. And this Anna decided to take on the male voice. Yeah, it does very convincing.
No, but it was Tabasco. It was
Oh,
the
you?
voice was Tabasco.
Oh, okay. I would have never guessed. Oh my gosh, it's like an actor. I was like, whoa. That's pretty.
Kramer versus Kramer.
That's right, 'cause their team only had women, and that's what they had to improvise there. Okay, I heard. I've noticed a pattern with all of the speaking question number 2s. All the woman has a strong opinion and the man agrees. So far, so good. That's the way. Yeah, it's not always that way. You're always asked about one student or the other. Cool. All right. Gotcha. So. Woman expresses her opinion of the university's plan. State her opinion. Explain the reason. Okay, there you go. Very generic. That's the way you normally have it. Okay. Yeah. I know reading it and speaking are kind of different, right? It's kind of tricky to read with the rhythm of the way you would have a normal conversation. Okay. Speaking question number 3. Let's see. Who else is in this group? Is that Gift? You're in this group too? I think, yeah, you're the professor for this one, right? I'll let you read it on. Perpetual constancy?
Perception.
Oh.
Oh my God.
What just happened? On your head.
Yes, of course. Sorry.
How an object affects our senses depends in part on exceptional conditions, and these conditions are always changing. An object viewed from one angle presents a different shape to our eyes than when viewed from another angle. Similarly,
Get it? Similarly. That is a tricky one, yeah. Similarly.
As the distance from which we feel an object changes, the object will appear larger or smaller. In spite of this, even as communications change and we see objects differently, we still recognize that they remain the same. This is what is known as perceptual consistency.
You're right. Yeah, you're right. Consistency.
If not for perceptual constancy, we might have difficulty recognizing familiar objects if we put them in a new and different world.
Okay, I like the title. It's challenging to pronounce. Yeah, the very first time students see this, you gotta say it. I mean, it's challenging. But anyway, yeah. I usually have another form of this word that's much more common, like consistency, right? But they say constancy, which is a little different. Yeah, so that you can't get around that word. You gotta say it. Very straightforward definition of it, and I think you get two aspects of it. Good length. I can do that in 45 seconds.
Now, listen to part of a lecture on this topic in a psychology class. Let's take an everyday example. An ordinary round plate like you'd find in a kitchen. If you hold the plate directly in front of your face and look at it, what shape do you see? A perfect circle, right? Suppose you tilt the plate to a different angle, to a horizontal position, like you're planning to put food in it. Still a perfect circle? No. The circle is now stretched out, flattened into an oval. Do you conclude that the plate has actually changed shape, or that it's a different object? Of course not. It looks different, but we perceive it as still being the same. Here is a different example. The classroom we are in, it's fairly large, right? Now, from up close, from the front row, I appear to be relatively bigger than if you were in the last row, right? Now, let's say you're sitting in a front row today, but tomorrow you're sitting in a back row. From back there, I'm going to look smaller, but you don't think I've actually gotten smaller. You don't think you're seeing a different professor, a guy who looks like me except he is smaller. No matter where you are, up close or far away, you understand without even thinking about it that I am the same size, the same person.
Good, yeah, it's good length there. Cool. Yeah, I don't know reading scripts from others, but that was well organized and good delivery. Good pause right before each one of these. Each one of those examples illustrate the two ways that perceptual constancy. Ooh, that's a challenging one to say. Yeah, you get it. Yeah, perceptual. Did I say it right? Perceptual constancy. Yeah. All right, good. Related to angle and distance. All right, wait. So, explain what is meant by
Now, listen to part.
I put the audio in the wrong place. Explain what is meant by perceptual constancy.
Now.
Yeah. Let's move forward. Okay, here's the last professor.
So let's continue our conversation about the cuckoo bird. Now, one interesting thing about this particular species is that it practices egg mimicry. You see cuckoo birds lay
Woo, that's good. All right, okay. There's a lot of information in 2 minutes. All right. Y'all ready to take notes? Yeah, don't have to really take notes. Yeah. I like this topic. Cuckoos are interesting birds. All right, let me see. Here we go. Oh, here we go. Let's try it again.
So let's continue our conversation about the cuckoo bird. Now, one interesting thing about this particular species is that it practices egg mimicry. You see cuckoo birds lay camouflaged eggs, much smaller than a bird their size should make in other birds' nest. Their mimicked eggs look identical to the other eggs. So the mother bird does not notice that the cuckoo bird is not theirs. Now there are two benefits to the practice of egg mimicry. For one, the young cuckoo birds are provided a home and food by their adoptive parent, and also the other baby birds in the nest are offered some protection. For the cuckoo bird, egg mimicry is an easy way to have the young raised by a host bird. When the egg hatch, the baby cuckoo bird shares in the shelter of the nest and the food brought by its newly adoptive parents. These birds also grow much larger in a shorter amount of time, so it is easier for them to compete with the others. If there is not enough food or room for all the babies bird to share, the cuckoo bird has been known to push the other baby birds out of the nest and consume all the food. But believe it or not, there is also a benefit for the other baby chicks sharing the nest with the bird baby. Once the cuckoo bird hatches, it provides the nest with protection. When the mother bird leaves the nest and a hungry predator comes to take advantages of her absence, the baby cuckoo releases a smelly odor that drives the predator away. If the other babies are allowed to remain in the nest of the cuckoo, then they are, in this way, also protected from these dangers.
All right, that is great. Hey, give me a. I'm not having everybody clap. I mean, clap for great gifts too. Yay! Give me. I'm sorry. I didn't do that. That was good. Okay, that was good. Well, that's good. Egg mimicry. Oh, that's a tricky word to say. That's good. It's challenging, but egg mimicry. Mimicry is the noun for mimic, right? Mimic means to right. Copying someone's behavior. Nice. Two main subtopics: protection for itself, protection for the others. Yeah, but actually several. Yeah, cookies are wild. They're parasites technically. Yeah, that's good. Nice. So that was good. Well,
so let's continue our
and I can see someone summarizing that in one, adding a lot of vocabulary in there. All right. Well organized. Good delivery of transitional phrases. Using the example of the cuckoo bird from the lecture, explain the two ways. Yes, egg mimicry. There's that word. Hey, let's say that word. Everybody say mimicry. Mimicry. Yeah, we usually use the noun and use the verb, right? You're mimicking me. But mimicry, is the noun form. Mimicry is usually in biology, right?
It's like they have given many examples. You can use any to explain them.
Yeah, I like it. That's true. It was food benefits and stuff. All right, super duper. There they are again. Give them a hand up again, everybody. Yay! Woo! Yeah. TST. What is this? Oh, okay. This is the source. Look at that. Very thorough citation of all your materials. All right, and here's the last group, everybody. After this, we'll play a Kahoot game just to familiarize yourself with some whatever. Okay, we don't have any people here in the thing, but the people in this group were Olga, right? And Miss Guru, yeah, she's in there, and Juliana and Jaime. Okay, so 3 members are here today. I remind myself. Okay, no problemo. All right, so what we got here for slideshow? Here it is. Some schools have mandatory classes for 5-year students, while other schools allow students to choose their own courses. Cool. Why not? Nice. Sure. Which do you prefer? Which approach do you prefer? Good. All right.
Have 45 seconds to read the.
Oh, wait, do that again.
Have 45 seconds to read the passage, 30 seconds to prepare an answer, and 60 seconds to speak.
So, attention students! Oh my gosh. We're excited to announce the opening of a new. Oh, I'm talking too much. I'll let you read, sir.
Okay. Attention all students. We are excited to announce to opening the new cafeteria on the campus next Monday. The new cafeteria will be offered a wide range of the healthy food options, including fresh salads, related proteins, and whole grain sides. It will be also feature a special section dedicated to vegan and gluten-free meals to accommodate various dietary needs. The cafeteria. Is the same?
Very close, yeah. Cafeteria.
Cafeteria. Okay, the cafeteria will be open from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. daily, providing extended hours to ensure that students can grab a meal at the time of the day.
Yeah, sounds good. All right, cool. Actually, there's several words in there challenging. You got them right. Various, right, and then dietary. Cool. All right. Pretty straightforward announcement. I know what the change is, so that's what's going on here. So here they are.
Hey, did you hear about the new cafeteria opening next Monday?
Yeah, I saw the announcement. It sounds pretty cool.
I think it's a great idea. First of all, having a wide range of healthy food options will make it so much easier to eat well. Even with our busy schedules, fresh salads, grilled proteins, and whole grain sides sounds perfect.
I totally agree. It is hard to find healthy options sometimes.
Exactly. And the fact that they have a special section for vegan and gluten-free meals is awesome. I have a few friends who have dietary restriction, and now they'll have more choices too.
That is a good point. Plus, they extend hours from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. and are super convenient. We can grab a meal any time, even after late night study sessions.
Absolutely. It's going to make campus life a lot of easier and healthier.
For sure. I am looking forward to it.
All right. For eating. Nice. That's cool.
For eating, yes.
Yeah, not bad. Okay. Boy, each of these we're talking about the announcements in great detail. There. A lot of opportunity for the student to say the student likes the hour of free options. Late night study reasons. The conversations are a little short, actually, because it usually is closer to 2 minutes. But that's still well organized. I was able to follow it. So they're there next to the bulletin board, actually reading the announcement. It's hard to see that here. Okay, I'll make picture real big. They get decided. There they are. Okay. Slideshow. There they are. And this is the fourth team where.
Hey, did you hear about the new?
The woman had the dominant opinion, and the guy just said, "Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, I don't know if that's a coincidence or not. And this is the first one where they have a positive feeling about it. Sometimes, most of the time, they're negative about it. Right? All right. You've just read an announcement about a new cafeteria opening on campus. Describe the announcement. Explain what the woman thinks about it. 30 seconds. That's it. All right. There we go.
45 seconds to read the. Have 45 seconds to read the passage, 30 seconds to prepare an answer, and 60 seconds to speak.
So, passionate consumerism. Who else was in this team? Is that you, Doru? I'll let you read it. Go ahead.
Okay, compassionate consumerism is a relatively new trend in the American retail market. In this type of consumerism, when individuals make a purchase, a portion of the money they pay allocated to a charitable cause. Nowadays, individuals often look ways to contribute to betterment of humanity, but they don't always have the financial resources to do so. Compassionate consumerism appears to be a good middle ground, while crisis feel that it's only a marketing ploy aimed at appealing to people in their 20s and 30s. Others applaud the efforts. They argue that it is desirable for companies to sacrifice profits in order to help those in need.
All right, cool. Pretty good length. Yeah, it's about 100 words. It's challenging words they put there that a lot of people don't know. It's kind of idiomatic a little bit, right? Critics is the way I say it, right? Allocate. Yeah, that's maybe y'all don't know what this means. A marketing ploy. Ploy. Ploy is kind of like you have an ulterior motive. There's a trick. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of bringing into question your motives, right? I mean, because the pretense is that you're doing this because you care about the environment. It's like, yeah, I think the real reason is because you want to make money for looking compassionate, a marketing ploy. So it's kind of, a ploy is kind of like a secret plan, like an ulterior motive, remember that? Yeah. So that's aimed at appealing to people in their 20s. Okay. All right. So let's see, Professor.
Many companies have embraced the idea of compassionate consumerism over the past few years. Studies show that customers are generally supportive of such efforts, especially very young shoppers. Not only that, but companies make a lot of additional profits from this kind of compassionate marketing. Some companies even thrive off it. Now, take ABC Shoes for example. They're kind of like the pioneer of this type of consumerism. You know the shoes, right? Those flat, simple, slip-on shoes, which are based on a type of traditional Argentinian footwear called an alpargata. Anyway, ABC Shoes achieved a huge market share about 7 years ago with their one-for-one business model. Basically, if you buy a pair of ABC shoes, they donate another pair of shoes to an impoverished individual. While this program has cost ABC Shoes a lot of money to administer, they've also made so much profit that they've expanded to include not only shoes but also eyewear and coffee. Speaking of coffee, another famous company that has adopted the compassionate consumerism model is Bob's Coffee. Now, the one-for-one model doesn't make much sense for a cup of coffee, but a portion of the cost of certain items is sometimes donated to various non-profit organizations. Since Bob's deals closely with coffee bean farmers in South America, they have recently launched a campaign where 10% of all purchases are donated to preserving the South American rainforest.
All right. Hey, nice. That's good. Hey, good man, everybody. Hey, well, I like the little transitional. Hey, speaking of coffee, that's a great little way to signal you're going on to your second example of compassionate consumer. Nice. They thrive off it. I remember you were trying to get that one. Thrive is a tricky word, right? I just didn't hear the it in there. Thrive off it. Yeah. Yeah. No, it didn't throw me off. It didn't confuse me or nothing. That's no big deal. I was able to follow it, and even if I didn't catch the name of this, it's okay. There's a coffee company. As a student, I could just say there's a coffee company. Bada bing. ABC Shoes. That's fine. Nice. Good. All right. So that's number 3.
Now answer the question using the example from the lecture. Explain what compassionate and consumerism is and how it is works.
Usually they also put the text up there too at the same time. Okay.
We'll have 20 seconds to prepare an answer and 60 seconds to speak.
Let's see what we got here. I don't have any audio from her. I was looking for it this morning, right? She'll try to send it to me later. But okay. Good picture. Okay. All right. So last little thing here, slideshow. Oh, you don't have a question for her yet. So I'll get that from Juliana probably tomorrow. Okay, so that's their team, y'all. That was yeah, give me a hand. I think Guru, Olga, and Juliana. That's all right. Yeah, just one here today to finish up. Yeah, look at you. All right, why don't we do this? We'll go to play a quick game of Kahoot. For the purpose of, consider an idiom or an American expression you learned about recently. We didn't watch a TED Talk this week, so what we did instead is this. We're just going to play this to end the day. One about collocations. Winner of today's Kahoot game will. Alright, there we go. Let's see. Winner of today's. This will be the last thing we do, okay? Tomorrow we'll do something different. Let's see. I get this. That's not too bad. Ginger ale, is this any good? Better get something out of my fridge.
A beer.
It's been one of those weeks, huh? That's true. You can still join the Kahoot game if you want. Winner gets the thing. All right, so those are collocations.
Oh my
Right,
God.
remember this? All right, let's see if you all remember this. It's like if you're not careful, your clothes could on fire, right? Clothes, if you're not careful, your clothes on fire. Yeah. How do I learn to keep on fire, catch on fire, get on fire, save on fire? Yeah, you know what it is, right? Hey, that's it. What? Okay, yeah. Weird, huh? All right, so everybody say, if you're not careful,
You're not
your clothes could catch on fire.
Catch on fire.
This is a little deja vu for the rest of y'all, huh? I don't know. Catch? What? Okay. So, in my house, caught on fire. By the way, this could be an example of one of the collocations you say on Monday if you want, or Tuesday if you want to. This functions like an idiom. My house got on fire. But I'm the one who did it. I'm the subject now. I caught my house on fire? Not really. I would say a little differently, right? I'm the one who ignited would work, yes. Yeah, for another phrasal verb, I would say I set my house on fire. But ignite would also work, right? I set my house on fire. So same idea, but the subject is now me, right? Everybody say, my house caught on fire.
My house caught on fire.
That would be the thing that ignited, right? And then I'm the cause of it. I set my house on fire.
Even if we don't do it purposely,
That sounds crazy, right?
doesn't it sound that we did it purposely? If it's not purposely, we still just say the same thing.
It's a good question. Yeah. It implies that it's intentional here. Yeah. I think maybe to make it absolutely clear, you say I accidentally set my house on fire. Yeah, what would be a better way to phrase it to make it clear that I did it accidentally? I just accidentally set my house on fire. I would just say it that way. That's right. It does imply that it was intentional. Right. Exactly. How about candles? Can I just set the candles on fire? That's right. You light them, right? So anything that's a controlled fire, like or past tense, lit. Fireplace, candles, the stove, you light them. Yeah, but if you set the candles on fire, it's like, All right, here we go.
What is the difference between the two sentences? It's because one is an object, another is a subject?
Yes.
Okay.
So the subject is different here. This is the thing that ignited, right? It kind of caught on fire, right? Yeah, it's the thing, the house ignited. So it is the subject, right? So if I start with the thing that caught on fire, like my car caught on fire, right? But if you want to start with the cause, the person or the cow, the whatever, the lightning, or the person, then you'd say set, usually. Now, if you said, I caught my house on fire, that sounds a little weird, but it's not too bad. Yeah. So if you get that backwards, that's it. It's just some flexibility. Good job there, Rockstar. Yeah, but you want to say, I lit the candles, right? I didn't ignite the candles. It's normally appropriate to your respects to a family member, mourning at a funeral. Normally appropriate to your respects. Your respects. Alright, that's right. Pay your respects. Let's go and say it together. It's normally appropriate.
It's normally appropriate.
Pay your respects.
Pay your respects.
To people mourning at a funeral. Morning. Exactly. Same pronunciation as good morning. But it's a verb. These people are mourning. They're crying because someone died. Okay. The best way to, in English, what's a very nice way to pay your respects? What thing would you say to show? Yeah.
Condolences.
No, I'm saying, what words would you use? If I said, oh, my condolences.
I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry.
My
Yeah,
condolences.
you guys say it the same way in Spanish. My condolences.
Condolences.
Okay, you know the word, yeah. My condolences to you and your family. Yeah, it's a very formal way to do it. And nobody's paying money. It's just it's a word. I don't know why we pay condolences. I suppose you could give your condolences, right, or give your respects.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I never go to the funeral here, but in the movies say when one people died, you come in her home or his home, and then one day after there are like a brunch, like a dining. It is true, or it's just a movie?
Some places, yes. It's not, everybody's different. I went to a funeral recently. My uncle died recently, and so we after the funeral we all got together at a restaurant. And it was like a restaurant that family frequently went to, so it was kind of meaningful. Everybody's different. But right, yeah, it's a chance. Well, it's kind of a reunion.
The idea to
people you haven't seen in years, and you get to say, it's kind of a happy time / sad time.
The idea.
It's weird. It's weird.
The idea to share the it's about to share the sad or what don't.
Yeah, I don't think. I know there's a specific expectation in America that you always have to eat. I think it frequently happens, but like Christmas time, we have Christmas trees. If you don't have a Christmas tree, it's like it's not Christmas.
I think it's
not for a funeral.
General, because in Venezuela, sure. I remember all the funerals ends in a place to eat because we were a lot of people together there. Maybe some of them are not from the same city. Some cities far away, so it's common. I think it's normal.
Sure. That's true everywhere, right?
No, for me in Mexico.
No,
really
but
do
in
that.
Mexico, in Mexico it's different.
Because first we are all people are sad. Second, that the funeral usually is in the night, and then yes, and maybe close at 10 or 11 o'clock, and then you come the next day, and then you take a little coffee in the cafeteria or maybe in the room, but it's not in your home. I never.
Oh no, at home no.
And then
we went to the
the body was burned.
Incinerated.
And then
you're talking about people's.
it's
you're asking, do people? Does the body go to someone's house? No, you're not.
No.
You're asking if they have usually funerals happen around in the morning, 11 o'clock or something in America. Doing it that late. And same thing with weddings, right around the same time. You don't want to do it too late. Gotta go to sleep, right? Hate traffic? Yourself hours of trouble. Avoid rush hour. Yourself. That's right. Yourself hours of trouble. Yourself hours of trouble. You're from Katie. Yeah, that's right. That's right. You're smart. That's why you get a carpool. Every morning. Yeah. So if I want to recommend to somebody, I'd say save yourself. Everybody say, do you hate traffic? Save yourself. Hours of trouble. Yeah, so this phrasing is kind of the collocation. It's an imperative, right? Like you're recommending, hey, save yourself hundreds of dollars. Shop at Gallery Furniture or something, whatever. So it's like it's a command, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and get to the next one here. Good job there, Russia. Oh, now it's Audrey. Well. All right. Well. I feel sick. Could you my temperature? Could you my temperature? Could you do my temperature? Take my temperature? Make my temperature? Have my temperature? Oh. Could it be? Take my temperature. I don't know what that means. Yeah, you take your temperature, right? So everybody say, I feel sick.
I feel sick.
Could you take my temperature?
Could you take my temperature?
That's right. So who's taking the temperature? The bear, the boy? Okay, we know it's the doctor, right?
The thermometer. I thought it's a bug. The thermometer, actually.
Maybe the mom, right. So actually, I use the word take for measurements, all sorts of measurements, right? I need to take a reading of the radiation in the room or something. So sometimes a measurement frequently comes with tape for some reason. Yeah. Take a measurement or take a reading of something.
Take it easy.
Huh?
Take it easy.
Take it easy. Yeah, that too. Tape goes with a lot of words. Good job there, Jaime. You're on fire. All right, let's finish this up. Try to a detailed record of all the places you visited. Try to maintain, update a record of all the places you have visited. Yay! Everybody got it. Most of you. Okay. Yeah, you can save a record. Yeah, you can get a record. Yeah, that's fine. But as far as maintaining it, updating it, keep it frequently means to maintain, right? And try to keep healthy, right? Maintain health, right? So everybody say, try to keep a detailed record.
Try to keep a detailed record.
Yeah, right. And what that means is not just save it, it's update it every day. I keep a detailed record of your attendance, updated every day, right? Basically, keep a diary, right? You write down your personal thoughts, right? That's the same idea. To maintain. All right, ooh, look at that. Rock stars on top. Well. Try to my best when I someone's hair for the first time. Same Yay, you got it. So you do someone's hair. Weird. All right. Let's say it together. I try to do my best.
I try to do my best.
Now that's easy. You know that one already. But when I do someone's hair. Yeah. So she is doing her hair. That's the way I phrase it. Or styling her hair.
Too difficult for me.
What's that? Oh, you do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, we call this a hairdo. Right. You heard that before, maybe, huh? A hairdo is a way to style someone's hair. It could be a guy. It's usually a woman, right? This is a kind of hairdo. That's a hairdo. It's a noun now, right? I'm taking the collocation, right? Hairdo, right? So that's could be a noun, right? Ooh. I have a hair don't. I have no sympathy for someone who cheat on his or her spouse. No sympathy. I take no sympathy. I make no sympathy. I have no sympathy. I do no sympathy. Oh.
Oh, me too.
Oh, it's me too.
Yes.
Try to reconnect. Wait, reconnecting. Okay, maybe I have too many tabs open here.
No, everyone is reconnecting.
Oh, is everybody's going?
Yeah,
oh.
Yes.
Well.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Oh, I guess that might have to be the day.
Maybe because
I'm in suspense. It's so close.
I think Kahui is programming to
I can live with that. It's okay.
before to 1 p.m.
I guess you'll never know what
Kahoot
sympathy
is
goes with.
our
You
friend.
just never know. Yeah, let's say okay. Wait, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Happy New Year!
Got it.
Connect? No.
It is actually more.
Okay.
Tomorrow.
I'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Let's call it a day for a while. We'll do number 2 tomorrow.
Okay.
Thank you.
We want to do
We
this
can do it again.
at the baseball. Long time.
Oh, that's just
Kahoot is
my
our
condolences on your Kahoot game.
Bye.
So Jeremy, the quiz for next Tuesday is a record audio to your email or is here in person?
I'll probably do it in person. That's the only thing you're gonna do. You can
I
send me
was
a
waiting to keep my absence for the
Well,
last
you
2
can
days
send me a
after
recording.
TOEFL.
Send a recording. Yeah, if you're
I'm
gonna be
gonna
gone.
see you again in 2 weeks.
Yeah, of
TOEFL
course.
again.
That's all right. Yeah, if you have to be
So-
gone, you can just send a recording.
The
I'm
truth
just
is
trying
that
to add 2
we are
more
going
days.
to study. We are going
Yeah,
to
we
study
are
all
focused.
day from
Well,
Tuesday
that's-
to the next.
That's much more important to do that.
My
you know,
God.
just-
Well,
that's okay.
we're studying fractions, math, elementary fractions. Could you
Feel
believe
feel
it?
free to just email me an idiom now if you want to. That's okay. Yeah, do what you gotta do.
appreciate
All right.
Thank you so much.
All right. That's what we're doing. Bye bye.
See you tomorrow.
All right. Bye bye.